It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey y'all, give me this beat, I'm finna murder it. Life is moving in turbulence, permanent choices made off of temporary disturbances. Pertinent information for me, I'll take a life if it ever cover the time my job take from me. It's kinda funny how my struggle changes lately. Caking double payments, still complaining, contemplating if I should throw them bullets like Joe Namath. My mind controlling my body, I got the wisdom to rise above, but I feel like yo Gotti. I pray that God can align me. Yo, if you watching this here, Lord willing, my troubles could reach the children. If I change the documents for one life, it's like an amendment. My former life was horrendous. I flipped the script like a gymnast. Shit, I'm Alex Haley, retracing roots with my penmanship. Time travel thesis, the devil lurks in the details. Fuck all the secrets, the middle passage made all us seasick. Deep dish to serving, my sword slicing the head of a serpent. It's heavy lifting, I inherit these burdens. More money, more problems, less money, less freedom, less power. More kids leaking like clam chowder, 1,000 deaths to these cowards. Y'all could quote me. So many promoters thought they could book me till they quote me. This ain't karaoke. Up in the price like Adobe, slice like Shinobi. Got the sauce dripping like ravioli. I'm acting solely off my own intentions. More addition, it's no submission, no auditions. Y'all testing my patience just like a litmus. My description of myself like a portrait at the moment. I'm refreshing my persona like I woke up out of coma. My writing is legendary like Homer. They tryna study my lyrics like requisites for diplomas, but my connection is solar. Got the soul of a hustler, you got the soul of a Timberland up your ass if you rush them. Rig the vote like I'm Russian. Half the culture never learned about customs. Mental slaves getting free, it's like we Harriet Tubman. What?
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon, going into the evening. In this video, we're going to be talking about Kanye West, aka Ye, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. And y'all know that he's been out here tripping and wilding for quite some time. There's too many different infractions to even really give an overview, right? But what we do know is for the past decade or so, he has been race baiting, rage baiting, doing the whole nine, going against his own people, going against the Jews, being anti-Semitic, and just melting in front of all of the people. I'm admittedly a huge former fan of Kanye West, right? Through the Wire came on my TV. I was about to go into 9th grade, and that shit was super impactful. It changed the direction of, my musical life the same way that Food and Liquor did in 2006. Like, those were two projects coupled that like shifted my whole artistic mind, right? Creatively. And both of them have disappointed me in different instances, right? But Ye in particular has gone against everything that he preached in his earlier music. Come to find out, a lot of the stuff that was being preached in that earlier music was not even his true thoughts. They were written by other artists, other rappers that were spitting their true thoughts that he aligned himself with. And it's just been a bad look for him. He's been a bad look for him for a very long time. Jay-Z has since removed all connection to him. They haven't been able to reconcile. Even when Jay-Z has tried to forgive him, it doesn't last very long. Just last year, he came out and was disrespecting Jay, Beyonce, and their children. Just despicable acts. Now, there are some people out there that have been giving him some grace and feeling like, well, maybe it's his mental health. Maybe it's his condition. Maybe it's the bipolar. Maybe it's this or that that's causing him to act out. Maybe these are manic episodes. And I don't doubt that we've seen quite a few manic episodes from Kanye, right? But at the very same time, I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? At some point, you got to get a hold on what it is that you're doing. And there's got to be a limit to what it is that you're doing. Like, it's one thing to lash out at people around you. You're going through a rough time. You lash out, you apologize, whatever. But to lash out against the world at large and just do whatever you can to antagonize and shit on everybody that supported you along the way, and then you come back and expect people to accept you with open arms, that's just not the way it works. Now with me, whoever chooses to forgive him, whoever's been listening to his music for the last couple of years, that's y'all's choice. Y'all can enjoy that on your own. I wish you all the best with it. I don't want to hear this bully too. I don't want to hear this whatever the fuck else he got in the pipeline, vultures too, yen dollar sign. I don't give a fuck if that nigga was paying niggas to listen to it. I'm good. But nonetheless, he's come out and published an ad in the Wall Street Journal, and he decided to issue a public apology to everyone that he's affected or made feel some type of way over the last couple of years. There's no way to apologize for wearing a Klansman outfit in a stream with the DJ that don't spin. Your apology's no good here, but I will at least entertain it and read it for the people. So here's the statement. It says, "To those I've hurt, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain." All right, this is the very car accident that he rapped about on Through the Wire. And word has it that he actually had a car accident prior to that also, but we won't get into it. The fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. So I don't know if he got CTE or what, along with the bipolar. I don't know. Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system, denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off, when in fact, this is a very serious, debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization and Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have a life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average, and a 2x, 3x higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. And I'm going to be honest, we know he didn't actually write this. Let's be real. But salute to you for trying. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, unstoppable. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I loved the most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and the exhaustion. And the exhaustion of trying to have someone who was at times unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. I wonder if this piece here is aimed at Kim, because I'm sure she's seen some wild shit. I'm sure Bianca has seen some wild shit. And he's been going through staff and people working with him. Hell, even that clown, what's that nigga name? Dave Blunt's don't even work with him no more. And he was out here writing that nigga whole shit. And it was garbage. But anyway, in that fractured state, I gravitated toward the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. So all these years later, he is now saying, I love Jewish people. I'm not a Nazi. I'm not an anti-Semite. Although I embrace the ideology and the iconography of it, that's not who I am. I love y'all. To the black community, a smaller passage, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times. The black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. That ain't it. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore. Having bipolar disorder is a notable state of constant mental illness. When you go into a manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you are not in an episode, you are completely normal. And that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I have found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Different people speak of being in manic or depressive episodes of a similar nature. I read their stories and realized that I was not alone. It's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I am not bipolar, but merely experiencing symptoms of autism. Okay? So it sounds like he's been getting conflicting diagnosis for years. Because one minute it's bipolar, the next it's autism, the next is you're not bipolar. And perhaps this is all from people looking for profit. I don't know. That would be kind of a malpractice thing, I would think, but we'll continue. He says, my words as a leader in my community have global impact and influence. In my mania, I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regime of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. With love, Yay. I'm gonna be honest, as long as you still calling yourself Ye, I don't see no hope. I'm gonna be honest. The Ye persona, I know he's been called Ye for years. Went from Yeezy to Ye. But the Ye persona that's been prevalent the last 10 years, I ain't got nothing for him. There's some people out here that may forgive, forget, move forward, listen to his new album. There's nothing that he can say on the new album that I'm interested in. Your best work was over a decade ago. You've isolated yourself from your community, your industry, your peers, your race, your culture, your heritage, your upbringing. Only thing left for you to do is to better yourself. Don't do it for us. Don't do it for the people. Don't ask for forgiveness from the people. Yes, make an apology. That's cool. Because you tried that before and then you went back on that shit. But do the work. You know what I'm saying? And the work ain't in the studio. I don't want to hear about no fucking album. I just seen updates a couple days ago before this announcement was made about, Kanye's new Bully 2 is going to be a renewed Kanye. I don't give a fuck about your music. Them days are over. Heal yourself as a man. Be the best you that you can possibly be for your multiple children, for your so-called wife who was supposedly going to divorce you a year ago and that shit disappeared. The woman you don't be wanting to wear pants. Handle your duties for those people, the people that are around you. Make shit right with Mike Dean. You know what I'm saying? The nigga who co-produced and engineered your shit for years while you took most of the credit. Make shit right with Sci-Hi the Prince. Make shit right with Big Sean. Make shit right with Common and John Legend, the niggas who held your ass down since before you could even be mentioned in the industry. Gave your ass a chance. Common, nigga, you go against Common? That nigga looked out for you when you was in high school still, when your mama reached out. So I'm not on that train. I know too much about the situation. Like, I know Malik Youssef and them are still there and they still be balancing it out. Rhymefest still be trying to balance it out. But be real with that nigga. Be solid with that nigga, man. And if y'all can come to some sort of understanding, great. I'm not the target audience for the music. Once upon a time I was. I have grown up. I've got my own shit going on. If y'all want to hear it, that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z not getting an actual mention in there. Black people getting 2 sentences out of that whole apology. Now, you've been throwing niggas under the bus for a long time. Slavery was a choice. All that type shit. Niggas forgave you for that. I didn't. But niggas rolled. Niggas came back. Niggas tried to come out and cape for you when you said that and say, he didn't mean it that way. He meant it this way. But I do wish you the best as a human being and that you can find peace in your life and hopefully be fruitful in your own home. That's all I got for you. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve.